Hey, hello, welcome to this very stream. Today, we are doing 32 track because I don't want to play mission mode. And I hope that's good enough reason. And I don't feel like just playing regular, like normal, casual playing because I don't feel like doing that either. I want to be a bit stressed, although 32 track is very casual. Or at least my runs of 32 track are very casual. I just save file and still not have Rob. Stop giving me Bowser. Waluigi Donkey Kong? Yeah, we'll run it. But yeah, I don't really have anything really to say. I'm gonna just playing Mario Kart DS on a stream, and I'm gonna stop sitting on my foot because that's really bad for my foot. Make sure the global hotkeys are on. I'm really tired. I don't know, so I'm not expecting this to be a good run or even a half decent one. So if it ends up being anywhere near good, I'm gonna be surprised. Let's compare against PB. Just for the hell of it. So, free. Oh, the internet decided to start dying. Come on. Return to green. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. Oh, that was a good first MT. I mean, I did a bit of warming up or playing the game an hour ago, but I was playing actually bad, so I stopped. So hopefully I'm not playing too bad, but yeah, who can really tell? I was doing some weird snaking there, or they were just mono MTs because of the red shell was acting weird. I'm live again. I'm live 3 times a week, quite consistently. What's my least favorite Mario Kart game? So, I like ragging on Double Dash a lot, and Mario Kart Wii. I'm not a fan of Double Dash, but I just don't like playing Super Mario Kart or Mario Kart 64. I mean, I haven't played them in a while. Maybe it is time I revisit the other Mario Karts. I'm wondering whether or not to make every second Wednesday stream a bit more unique than just MKDS again. I'm pondering whether or not to download goddamn Retro Rewind for Mario Kart Wii and see how that is. But oh my god, there's all lightning that just wasn't used. Have I heard of Mario Kart Arcade GP? I have. I mean, I played Mario Kart, of course I've heard of it. I think I played GP2. Like the one with Pac-Man, I think. Actually, is it? I don't know. I played one of the Mario Kart arcade games at like an arcade. I'm really good at it, and then I think I've gone Mario Kart like every single time. Like, I'll be first for like most of the race, and then suddenly I get third. I'm like, what the hell happened? You say Mario Kart Super Circuit? Mario Kart Super Circuit's like fine. I mean, I've played through Super Circuit, so. Mario Kart Arcade GP games run on modified GameCube hardware. I mean, that's not really surprising per se. It would make sense for a game made by a video game company to use hardware that they are producing, because it also probably means that the developers would be familiar with working on that particular hardware. How do I snake like that? I just do. Yeah, because the requirements for 3 stars is very hard. I mean, yeah, it's true. I played it to the degree where I'm not getting 3 stars, but I got first on every cup. And by God, that was hard. It's always funny how, like, you know, the requirement for 3 stars is like way too hard in Super Circuit, and then just like way too easy in Mario Kart 7 and 8. Granted, it makes sense that that's how you would do a star ranking for, you know, a game that's supposed to be as casual as Mario Kart, but it's a bit of a bummer. Does Mario Kart World have the same, like, star criterion for cups? Where it's just place first every race? Or do you actually need to be somewhat skilled? Holy heck, playing with like good cards is actually like fast. That's a pretty good job. I mean, we're gonna be like basically tied. No, it's a gold split. I should do a stream playing MK7 for a change. I kind of hate playing I kind of hate playing MK7 on emulator and playing MK7 with like the streaming thing on it. And I don't actually think I currently have a stream layout for 3DS games, which also doesn't help the cause. So, you know, every other game is fine because, you know, I've got one specifically for GBA, which is... I've got a layout for GBA, I've got a layout for DS, and I've got a layout for, like, 60x9 and 4x3. That was my first blue shell. Not the greatest recovery from the dodge, but it would have been perfectly fine if it wasn't Desert Hills. Oh well, I tried. Try getting a super hop or super bounce. And then, like, but yeah, I'm pondering whether or not to make, like, Wednesday streams more just other, oh, cool. Like, other, games, or other Mario Karts and then other games, because the problem is other than, like, Mario Kart 8 and maybe Mario Kart Wii, all the Mario Kart games are really short. Like, Double Dash is just the absolute worst for, content because it's such a short game. Oh, this is a bad nothing no square. Lost world record? I am nowhere near world record pace. In fact, it's impossible for me to get world record because I cannot PRB, so I'm losing like 10 seconds on like 10-20 seconds on every PRB heavy track. He sounds through the walls and it's kind of spooking me out. Yeah, emulating 3DS games in general because the shader cache causes relentless stuttering. I mean, yeah, I'm not super. I mean, literally the only game I've ever played on like emulated 3DS is goddamn Mario Kart 7. Can you dodge a lightning strike? No. Well, I mean, you can with like a star or by like falling off the track or with a cannon, but practically no. The time loss of jumping off the edge is not worth the penalty from the lightning. I think I haven't actually timed it, but. I mean, it should be fairly easy to just like get a lightning and. Ooh, why does it do that? I really go with that mindset. Yeah. My only objective is to beat puddings. And Simmers, I don't actually think I'm close. I don't think I ever got the 32 track skill to beat puddings, but I mean, I could do a Wii U, but I've gotten too used to playing on the actual DS that the Wii U is now a bit hard to play with. I can task dodge a lightning. You're gonna need to find a source for that, but because I am not gonna believe you unless they like DK pass star in first or something. Thank God that pinball went diagonal rather than across. You don't even know how task tools work. So a task shouldn't modify the game unless it's a task of a modified game, logically. But essentially, a task is instead of did I get full startup boost? Instead of playing the game like with human fingers, is you use typically an emulator to input the inputs for you. So on frame 1 you hold A, on frame 2 you hold A and hop, on frame 3 you hold A, hop and left, on frame 4 you press A, hop and right, on frame 5 you stop pressing right and you keep holding A and let L, or whatever I'm saying. Basically input every single frame. I mean, there are other methods of doing a tool-assisted speedrun. It's not always the button precision thing, because technically, if you just slow down an emulator like half speed, that would technically be a tool-assisted speedrun. But typically for MKDS tool-assisted speedruns, it is you basically manually input every frame on, or every input on every frame that you want there to be inputted. I was going to talk about how cool that blue shell dodge was. It was so like perfectly in sync with my normal snake. I think one of the POVs of Puddings' tasks may have the input readout, but I don't fully know. No, my 2-second lead. Oh mate, how did the degree centigrade go? Oh, my room's actually a bit too warm. It's at like, what, 17 degrees Celsius? According to the... I mean, the thermometer is not like in the best place, because technically it's like at head height rather than like, you know, body height, and it's also like placed behind some monitors and things. But yeah, so the room's just, the heaters are good. Electric blanket, good. I mean, not like it's freezing because, you know, it's Australia. Ooh, 14 degrees, how cold. Why play Royals when you can play Mario Kart? True. You find blue shot dodges are easier with a single hop rather than a double hop. I mean, the double hop is kind of just like for the recovery. A rainstorm's about to start in the city with lightning strikes. That's not a rainstorm, it's a thunderstorm. And those are epic. Make sure I get a bull to dodge the lightning strike. I think being in first and just copying the lightning strike is... Oh, you're talking to Emoji Cat. That makes sense. That's a funnier line. But yeah, there's absolutely no reason to bag. Technically, like, you can also go up to the get the secret item box to get the chance for a star. But because you're playing with like egg 1, your chance is actually like really reduced to get a star, because it's like item luck. And I just don't like doing it, so I always get... It's also not like this track has good shortcuts, especially when you get the item box. Because like if there was a off-road shortcut on the track, then I definitely would go for the item box just to get, like, you know, mushrooms take a shortcut better. or to be able to dodge a blue shell. But it's just not great. You get a 9mm pack of bullets in real life to dodge the lightning strikes. No, you need like bullets as in like licorice bullets. Like the confectionery, that's like a bit of licorice covered in like a chocolate. I don't know how familiar the youth of today are with licorice bullets. I think they're kind of nice, but also I'm one of those weird people that likes the taste of licorice. There's a blue shell, that ain't great. Oh, that's a shame. I think I'll just name like gun types. I don't know anything about guns. It's always fun when like, so basically I only play like one, I've only like played one game that you like has guns that you got to be aware of, which is Rainbow Six Siege, and it's just like I have no opinions of like any of the guns. I play for utility, and it does not get me that far. Haven't played in a while though, so real rusty. Not like I was actually good at any point in time, but I mean, dance for OST. Really, that big a fan of the DS circuit? I always find it funny, like when it comes to naming the soundtrack of, like naming the track that a piece of music is from. Like, when people call this song, do they, like, obviously you'd logically call it just DS circuit. But do you think you should call it, like, if you had to name the track it came from, would you say Figure 8 Circuit or Mario Circuit? Because I'd say Figure 8 Circuit. I'm only bringing this up because I've been using a lot of Mushroom Bridge from Mario Kart World, or GCN Mushroom Bridge from Mario Kart World. But obviously that song is also used for Mushroom City. But I call it Mushroom Bridge because I well, how on earth did I not hit that wall? Because, you know, I'm familiar with Mushroom Bridge as a song because of Mario Kart DS. F8C is more iconic. Do I play MK Wii? I played MK Wii, but I wouldn't say this channel plays Mario Kart Wii. Can I do at least one stream of playing different Mario Kart? I did a Super Circuit stream the other week. My opinions on Luigi's Circuit? Which one? And there's a non-zero chance you're talking about a different Mario Kart game entirely. Because LC1 and LC2 is their official names, but people also call them like GCN Luigi Circuit and GBA Luigi Circuit. I definitely prefer GCN Luigi Circuit because it doesn't have those godforsaken bottles. But no, I was talking also about the other Mario Karts. I was literally discussing earlier about thinking about maybe putting like Retro Rewind or something onto the Nintendo Wii, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow so I can then make the Wednesday stream that or something. Nice. This run feels like keeping fairly good pace, to be honest. We're getting really good item RNG, but you know, let's not speak too early. Rainbow Road is where everything does go wrong. I've been pondering whether or not to learn the PRB for this section of the track, but I honestly don't know if I care that much. If I get into Ospeon packs, I may buckle down and learn it to see if I can. To prove that I can indeed do PRB. Is there a blue shell? Oh, the lightning. And there is a blue shell! Yay! Why did I start playing Mario Kart DS? Or when did I start playing Mario Kart DS? Because your sentence is grammatically inconsistent. I made a video on this last year. Yeah, I'll stop being so addicted to my phone and to and 2019. Why don't I fast forward? Because I'm an idiot. It's never really on my radar, and I always do that where I stuff up the thing. So it probably would be a smart idea to start doing fast falls. Especially on this track. Oh, this is gonna be good. Why did that red shell completely ignore me? How's the Aussie winter this year? It's felt really cold so far. But, no real complaints. Definitely not the most ideal path through the hedge maze, but yeah, with the weather, I felt like, you know, like a few weeks ago, the cold was like really harsh and it was like windy as well, so it was just like felt freezing. But like, you know, the past like week, I mean, can't really say for the past a week I've been in Adelaide. But yeah, it's just like, as of recent, it's been like the same temperature, but not as windy, so it hasn't felt like as cold. So really just wearing like an extra layer is enough to like warm you up. You live in the southern US where it gets hot. Oh yeah, that must suck. I mean, I don't exactly know what the weather's like, but I'm pretty sure it's... I mean, it depends on what area of what's southern US? Because like, I know it specifically refers like a specific region of the United States, but it's like, if someone said, oh yeah, I live in the south of the US, I'm like, at the bottom half? Tennessee. Huh, congratulations. I don't know where that is. If people don't know where goddamn Queensland is, then I'm not allowed to. Then I'm allowed to not know where Tennessee is. Well done the run the other day, and good luck today. I mean, this run's looking really average. But yeah, the run last week, I think I haven't actually rewatched it. I think I did worse than I did at Sydney. Oh, that's a shame. I also think I was like way more stressed for some reason. I don't really know why. Also, not to be rude, but like, by God, trying to play a game in a completely dark room with like no windows or even like lights turned on just sucks. But yeah. Tennessee got recently ranked as the worst US state to live in. Ah, fun. I'm on a streak of failing blue shell dodges or not even given the opportunity to. How did that hit me? I was on a straightaway. I really should have started paying attention to the what second place is getting and placing down bananas in the middle of corridors to actually like help prevent that from happening. Giant trails not work to dodge reds. They're super inconsistent. And I'm gonna get hit by another red shell. Unless it decides to kill itself, but it's unlikely to. Oh nice, it fell down. I mean, it's not helped by like Mario Kart DS's snaking. I have no idea how to do that shortcut. I'm definitely attacking it to attacking the angle too aggressively, but sometimes red shells can net run you and hit you in your front. That's mostly on tracks with jumps, like mostly just Wario Stadium really. I don't think I've really had a front red on like maybe like DK Pass, but it's very rare. So for modern slim laptops or older thick ones with disk drives and other ports, somewhere in the middle is the most like compromised garbage answer I can give. Give me like a few USBs, like a few USB-Cs, a HDMI. I don't really need Ethernet because like when are you needing a laptop with Ethernet? But like, I was talking about red shells going in front of you, damn it! That is honestly the funniest curse I've ever seen in a stream. Like, you know, if you can fit an Ethernet port onto a laptop, that's pretty good. But yeah, the ones that have like no goddamn USB ports like suck. But I think like having a laptop that's too big and bulky kind of ruins the point of it being a laptop. And also, I think it also sort of depends on what do you need a laptop like, what is your laptop for? If you're using the laptop as like a portable computer that you're taking around with you, you probably want like a small laptop. How that red shell hit me? That red shell fall on me? Yeah, if you're using like if you need something you're traveling with or something like that, then obviously you want a small laptop where that will inherently have fewer ports. But if you're there's a lot of time lost, yikes. Who cares? We have had fun. Maybe I don't need to stress out at RYC. But if you're using, like, your laptop's more just a computer, but you don't, either you're in a situation where you can't have a, like a desktop, then obviously a bigger laptop would be more useful. That's my review of it. It's way too nuanced of a conversation. Because if I were to get a laptop, or like, yeah, if I were to get a laptop, in complement to my computer, I'd probably end up getting a goddamn like nice MacBook because I do video editing, but also because I've already got a big computer. That was lap free. Because I've already got a big computer, I don't need something that can be a computer. Good. That's the second startup boost I failed today. I should get a 3D printer. I really should. Because I've been thinking about the, because I've been getting so many comments on the tall button video and short, being like, where's tall power button, start and select button, and where's tall L and R buttons? Now I can deal with the start, select, and power buttons because I can literally just use the exact same models that I got. I literally tested them because I have normal size buttons of that model. Oh my god. That's like the 4th lightning blue shell combo. But yeah, so I can easily make the tall power button, tall start and select button. I may want to reprint the face buttons to actually, you know, so they don't wobble around. But yeah, for the L and R buttons, there's no model of them, so either someone will have to make it, or God hell, I would have to make it. And that's just not feasible if you have to travel somewhere to go access the 3D printer. So I really should get a 3D printer. The problem is, I don't make enough money from this YouTube channel to warrant getting a printer. Yeah, I do not have $300 to spend on a 3D printer. Like, I would like a 3D printer, but the problem, like, you know, I have to kind of run the channel like a business. It's kind of cringe. What the heck? Thoughts on using a CRT monitor on a modern desktop? They're probably good. If you like the aesthetic of one, and you can deal with the ear-piercing noise, and because, you know, they make up for having like really, if you got a good CRT, then like, yeah, they're probably worthwhile. But if you got like a garbage CRT, like the one that I have, then it's probably not worthwhile. because the cons just outweigh the pros. Like that thing's colors just look bad. Like it's arguably like that CRT is just literally like a TV. It's not a monitor. So talking about CRTs and PCs yesterday. Well, I didn't do a stream yesterday, so who knows? They're good for aesthetic, not for function. Well, they can see some CRTs are really good for like clarity. No, not like they're good for like games because they look nice at their low resolution. I mean that you can just absolutely like crank the frame rate and like quality settings, but you have like a small resolution, and it'll still look really nice. Wow, it's gonna be actually it's gonna be slightly below average, probably because I got hit by a bomb. Actually, no, a bomb does not increase 1.1. That bomb does more than 1 second of delay. But yeah, I don't have a proper CRT, so I can't really comment on them. Aren't CRTs rather power hungry? Yeah. I think. No way, Mario Kart? It is Mario Kart. Oh, nice. Lag free. Can I just say, I know I'm not like... I know I'm probably like not going to be getting like a PB or anything, but I have been playing like I just feel like I've just been snaking super well today. US CRT, they're really cool. Yeah. Can't deny that. I mean, I can't really comment on like, you know, CRT is good because like I'm using like I'm using a 3 different monitors, and 2 of them were secondhand for, I think combined the two side monitors were cheaper than the one middle monitor, and the middle monitor is still even not that good. Yeah, I'm so good at Project Snowland. You feel like a modern gaming PC will be far more power hungry than a CRT on average, especially with RGB? Well, the RGB probably does like nothing for the power consumption because it's literally just LEDs. Or I would hope it's just LEDs. If you're using tungsten lights for your computer's lighting, then I'm gonna be like, that's an aesthetic. I'm so bad at this game, what the heck? I think comparing a computer tower to a CRT is a weird shout. Like, I would compare a CRT to, like, other monitors where they probably use more power. But you're gonna have to look up a reference sheet for that because you have a 13-second delay till I can see your message. Yeah, that's not great. Make sure you are hitting like forwards to make sure your thing's been up. I've only dropped 1657 frames, which is more than like some streams, but it's at 1% droppage, which is fine. 1% is the average for the Hyphen Hoik streams. The joys of Australia. Your RGB is filament. You turn on the computer instead of like you know, hearing the computer wind up, it's like the ding, 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 ding sound. I heard that came out on audios. Ooh, that's a good lines. Good lines. Thank you, everyone. Oh, what the heck? Why is Bowser ordering 10 tons of molten lava to fill his castle with it? I mean, that looks epic. What a bad question. Imagine a steampunk computer with filament bulb RGB and vacuum tube components. That would look epic. And it's like with water cooling with like, you know, like brass? With like brass tubes for cooling. I could see it. Not how I wanted to hop the other way to start doing drift the other way, and it just said nah. Gotta say, I don't think it's gonna be a good cup. I don't think falling on Bowser Castle and hitting like True Snowman are really cut out for a good run. Or a good banana cup. What the heck? I don't know why I'm concentrating so hard here, but like these lines looking pretty good. Be a shame if I failed them on lap 3. Taking a bit more carefully because of the CPUs, and I wasn't sure what wild lead he had, so. Definitely like a pretty good Cooper Beach. Damn. Am I actually somewhat decent at this game? That would be insane. You're watching the Hyphen Hoik live streams, which are unfortunately always at this time, but it's my revenge for like everyone else's streams, which are stupidly late at night. Even though it is currently a bit late at night for me. Ooh. You got school? Oh yeah, then she's probably asleep. School's important, I think. I mean, I hate to think about what it's going like nowadays, because from what I've heard, it's a bit cooked. Like, damn, I finished like high school in 2021, like goddamn COVID years, and Cool. And it's another red shell. I graduated in 2020. I graduated in 2021. But I'm also a year older than all my peers. I think it's normal my birthday is, but I'm not going to tell it just to keep it up, just to keep the mysterious. How old am I? Yeah, I'm that old. Or I'm turning that old this year. There's been a garbage first lap of LC2, by the way. So I kind of realized with LC2, it's kind of just to goddamn just keep doing mini turbos and hope for the best. You graduated high school in 2016, you're old. Plus, if I graduate in 2020, how would I be 22 years old? I mean, also, one of the key pieces of information is that I'm Australian, which obviously may have different schooling systems, but they're generally close enough. Sub 1 hour? Yeah, maybe. Depending if I dodge this blue shell or not. Oh well. I already knew I wasn't dodging that by the angle I was having to deal with. Alright, see ya. Thank you, Waluigi. That was uncool of you. Age greater than 20 equals retirement age. Did I get bumped in the blue shell? You're also subbed by Epic. Am I nostalgia baiting people? It's not. It wasn't intended to be, but I'll happily take the consequences. I mean, I kind of know, like, it's this weird in between, because, like, I think the main argument, the fact I'm not nostalgia baiting people, is the fact I just play Mario Kart DS. Like, if it was like, you know, if it was a Nintendo DS channel where I'd play, like, you know, all the fan classic games like goddamn like Pokemon and Pokemon and Pokemon and Pokemon. I think there are only 4 Pokemon games or 6 Pokemon games. For the DS. I don't remember. Then, like, yeah, it would obviously be nostalgia baiting, but because it's just Mario Kart DS, it's literally just Mario Kart DS. Oh my god! How's the previous segment? Yo, PRB? 9 mainline games? Jesus Christ. There are 7 Pokemon games on DS and then someone said 9. Do I switch to playing Cooking Mama DS? Yeah, that ain't happening. Oh yeah, it probably isn't PB. I think it's too far behind. I don't think I can. I still got Banshee Bulwark to play. By God. I know you can probably verify if that first MT was actually PRB and I got that first shortcut. No penalty. I mean, it's not the perfect not the perfect PRB, but there is 9 Pikmin. Why did I say that Pikmin? Yeah, there are so many Pikmin games for the Nintendo DS. Fish. Well, no. Why am I so bad at Banshee Boardwalk? I think Banshee Board does actually hold one of my worst times on, like, my time trial times in the rankings because of just Fish Part 2. Just because I can never get a good run in. What is the fish's name? It's Fish. Some people may give another name, like, you know, the more like hardcore part of the Mario Kart DS community gives a different name, but it's the Fish. When you're in the these streams, it's Fish. Fish Part 3. Oh no, lightning? Cool. Well, you know, I'll take a line that'll dump me into the water, so. What mods do I recommend outside of CDGP? Honestly, I think it's just worthwhile just to kind of play them all, just to see what they're all like. Like, you know, you got Mario Kart DS is highly recommended. DSDX, like, DSDX isn't a good mod. I still think it's worth to play. So like the main mods that, like, you know, actually playable, but and then you've got the ruining Mario Kart DS series. I'm not biased, but there are a few good ones in that, like Backwards and not the Hyphen Hoik custom track collection. You can skip on that one. So good at this game. Wait, was the Leaf Cup gold? No, the Leaf Cup was literally on par. It's really weird because it says apparently it went from to point, well no, to 0.3 seconds to 0.2 seconds, despite the fact the previous segment says minus 0.0. Oh my god, what am I doing? That's gonna give me a bad respawn. Also, my audio is acting weird crackly. I don't know if it's coming out on camera. Or on camera? On audio? Oh, hopefully we can still get the sub hour. But also, I think the Wonder Cups was gold. I think it was Mushroom Cup was gold. But then, you know, I've kind of been playing like bad like every other cup. Like, I think Flower Cup was really bad. Like, I had a bad definitely no square start. So... Oh, cool, lightning. Well, there goes PRB. We should be able to get some out, though, because if it takes me more than a minute to complete this lap, then, like, something is wrong. Yeah, let's run. It's so bizarre because I use end as my split button, so it's so far away to tap it. Is my PB on Wii U Virtual Console? Yes. I don't actually know what the current PB is on real hardware. This could be it, actually. But... the thing is, it's literally all just RNG. I think if I continue, if I feel I got more luck, I got kind of unlucky during the retro tracks. Like I got a lot more lightning blue shell combos than I'd like. So this run was crazy. Yeah, I think this run was pretty good, to be honest. I wasn't expecting anything good, but eh. Let's see the point distributions. Nice going, Toad. Have I played Rhythm Heaven? I have not, because I don't care. I don't think I'll be good at it. I've got bad timing. You all heard me try and sing Megalovania. Do I want to do another run? Yeah, why not? The second run's always worse. I'm gonna have some water first because I like water. Water, good night, good stuff. So I have a DS Pico and just have MKDS on it. I have 3 flashcards. And 95% of the games are Mario Kart DS. Free. No, not ready yet. Three, 2, 1, go, go, go. But like, the thing is, I don't really play other DS games. Like, the joke that, like, I only play Mario Kart DS isn't really a joke. This channel is, most of my DS's is just for making content. Comparing against best segments? Nah. That's too demoralizing. Bad lap 3, but I'll be fine. Imagine going against world record splits, I would already be in the red. Well, I can't go against world record splits because I don't have them. And also, Abel splits by track route, whereas I split by cup. It's kind of weird. I just remember one time when I was still on like the road to sub 1 hour. I remember talking about the world record time, which I know was during LC2, and it was really weird because then Abel showed up, like right as like the world record time passed. What time I was like right at the world record time? It was really weird. It was like 58:11 or something. Well, no, not that. It was whatever it was. No, I think it was 58. Like, you know, doing road to sub 1 hour. But it was like the exact time that he joined was like the time on the timer was like the world record. It was weird. Nice. But you know, that's now gone because YouTube clips have ripped in peace. Because YouTube wasn't able to make them good. How does YouTube, like, where like every live stream channel uploads clips, unable to make clips function? Name OST race you hate the most. I'm gonna say you're asking my least favorite soundtrack from the game, and it probably is gonna be Choco Island 2. Actually, no, Banshee Boardwalk. It's Banshee Boardwalk. Banshee Boardwalk's the worst. Oh my god, these CPUs! The one heavyweight. Hale might be a genius of comedic timing. No, I don't tune into enough of Abel's streams. We made the CPUs too easy. The problem is, if I set the CPUs to normal, they end up getting way more blue shells and lightnings. And they can beat me at Rainbow Road. If I set them to hard, then they definitely get too many items and will definitely beat me at Rainbow Road and maybe even Yoshi Falls. Speedrun Luigi Mansion Crash. I have done that and I didn't. I improved my time on the board by like 2 positions. Or was it only 1 position? I don't remember. Because like, you know, there's so many ties. It's like, oh yeah, lightning? Really? I actually plan on my next video being Luigi's Mansion. But I first have to make 2 more shorts this week. I have actually a very good schedule for my making of videos and shorts and things, so actually what I'll describe like Mario, why? Mario Kart DS next stream? Probably not. What hardware am I playing? I'm playing an original DS capture card. On a DS Pico. I know. Yeah, it's called DS Pico. Should we write for Pony Kart? Has Pony Kart received like any updates? How do I have a red shell? Now I'm planning on making the next stream not Mario Kart DS. Gasp. Shock. Horror. Next speedrun event do 32 track. I don't get a choice of what they give me. Although I'm probably not going to be submitting to as many speedrun events next year. By virtue of the fact that it costs quite a bit of money to get over there and to stay a few nights there. Is it Super Mario 64 DS? No, it will be a Mario. It'll probably be a Mario Kart. Hyphen, you're the GOAT. I am... No. I'm not even... Like, I'm not even the best Mario Kart YouTuber. I'm not the best Mario Kart DS player. I'm definitely not the best Mario Kart DS modder. Rob on the RGLS. You're confused at both Rob cards. You've got the BLS and the LGS, or the base and the legs, or blocks and legs. I think it's blocks. And I think the legs are I think the legs are used for crash percent because you get free mushrooms. Why do they not show my face in the latest video? Because I don't show my face in most videos. I don't think my face brings any worth to the content I am making, so it's not needed. I was garbage race that was. That was definitely better than the last one. Or the last attempt. You like when I use my face? That's a weird sounding sentence for a completely normal thing. Like, completely normal in this context, just sounds weird. Yeah, I just don't... Recording my face is annoying because... Yeah, ow! And also, the hyphen in between set is no more. Like the little corner where I recorded those videos no longer exists. It has been replaced with the setup for the shelves. Technically now it's the shelfware set. Where I like record shorts and the few shelfware videos that I make. Which is why it's got the random, but it's still got some of the random objects from the hyphen in between set, like the picture frame and the creeper plush. The clock's also on the set, but just in a random corner where it's not, where it's completely out of view on every camera that I would use. Well, it's better than being relegated to the memento shelf. Oh, there's also the pot plant on the set. That's funny as well. Can I speedrun the US demo version? I could. I like how you just like dock someone, but like I don't know who that is. You predict next stream will be double dash. It will not be double dash because I don't like playing double dash. Thank God that pinball decided to go down because I was definitely going to be hit by it if it went back up. Nah, double dash sucks for like making streams up because it's such a short game. You can play all the tracks twice in like an hour and a half. I guess already my streams run for like 2 hours. Like 2 hours, 2 hours and a quarter, 2.25 hours. It's just too short to play. That also applies like every Mario Kart before it. Except Super Circuit, because I had to replay it so goddamn much in order to complete every cup. Because that one I actually have a proper save for and care about. Do I think Mario Kart DS Deluxe is trash? I don't think it's good. And I think it wasn't made good on, like, not on purpose, but without care. Like the thing I don't like about DSDX is it's not oh the models look it's not just like oh the models look bad, oh you fall through the floor. It's like why does it work so poorly? Like it almost feels it feels like clickbait, which is something really funny coming from a guy that makes clickbait. Like it's kind of like, oh, it's a hack. Look at this hack. It makes Mario Kart 8 tracks in Mario Kart DS, and like they're not good. Or it's not just they're not good. It's like, why do some of these really basic things crash? Like, why is a character completely unselectable? Why, like, I should try MKDS pre-alpha replica. Isn't that technically still in development? I don't want to make a habit out of playing in development hacks because they're in development. Like, you know, I could do them as live streams, but I definitely won't do them as videos. So, like, I wouldn't be making the ninja. I don't know how to pronounce it. Kart video these days just because, like, yeah. Did I filter World Cup? I don't think I did. If you're gonna ask what my opinions are on the World Cup, I literally do not care. As I do the stream, version 1.9 is released. Okay. It's a bad DK pass. Why is that snowman down? That was a bad DK pass. It was just bad. You send the advertisements. If you're talking about the advertisement, that's probably the word that's getting blocked because I started blocking it because everyone was. I was getting people being like, "Damn, there's so many ads on YouTube." I'm like, "Shut up." Get an ad blocker. But people would just be like, oh, I'm complaining about it. I'm like, I don't control the ads. But yeah, if that's what you're talking about, then that's probably been what was triggering the block word system. Ad blockers are based. They sure are. Like, literally, if you guys, like, become a channel member for, like, 1 month, you can, like, you get, like, a handful of extra videos, and, like, you'll pay more to the channel than YouTube ever would for if you watch ads. Like, I did the maths for it. It's like, actually, I think it would be about even if you watched every video and every short. I don't know if I calculate that for live streams, but so if you remember for 2 months at the lowest tier, you'll definitely be outpaying what YouTube will give to me from your account. Yep. That was so close. This is it's so far back. What the heck? So here you got the common gains, the most deadly poison in the country. Nah, the most deadly poison is the middle carriage of the Frankston service. I don't even know what I mean by middle carriage. The trains are comprised of 6 cars. I'm not actually sure what the most deadly poison in this country is though, but I know some are scary. I know like what the bad things are, but I don't know like the exact things. Like you gotta watch out for the drop bears, the kangaroos, the people on the Frankston service. You don't understand why billions of people go crazy over the World Cup? I mean, gambling. National pride and gambling. I don't know how I got away with that blue shell dodge. Fun fact, you shouldn't actually be getting alcohol advertisements on this channel, considering that I blocked them. But no, literally, like, the alcohol advertisements were, like, one of the main reasons I started, like, looking into ad blockers and things, just because I was like, I'm so sick of them. I don't even drink. I don't see the appeal. It's a lot of shells. World Cup is a socially acceptable form of nationalism. I mean, yeah, I mean... Oh, red shells going in front of you. I just also like the Olympics and things like that. Like, you see your country going, oh, let's go! Oh, I just realized you're trying to spell the word kangaroo. I was trying to figure out what that sentence was. Ow. Also, does anyone else have like the... Is the DS audio like getting a lot of like clicks and things on your end, or is it literally just me? One thing I don't like, because if it is just me, one of the things I haven't enjoyed about the capture card, that the DS capture card, is that like the audio capture isn't very clean. So like I am kind of thinking if I should look into maybe wiring in like a 3.5 mil. But the thing is I don't have an audio device that can deal with that. This could try. This could. I'm gonna stop speaking. How to dodge blue shell? Mini turbo pop. You personally think those advertisements should be illegal to broadcast on the internet? Yeah, I mean, it's just weird. Damn alcohol and gambling. It's like, why? What DS have I spent the most time playing on? Probably the OG DS since making the capture card, and then before that, it was probably the emulator. I play most Mario Kart while making content. Oh, yeah. You just don't get gambling adverts. I got gambling adverts because it's socially acceptable in Australia to give all your money to sports bet. What else can be talked about? Yeah, well, as I say things like, this is the live or something like that. Yeah. I mean, one of the things that's like super about like the alcohol industry is that it is struggling. The young people are not falling for it because A, alcohol has been seen as really bad, and B, they found out about other methods of ruining their lives. So it's like, ooh, they've got to try play real hard. There's actually a scandal, a current investigation into. So alcohol's super heavily taxed in Australia because I think it's I mean, maybe it's a bit too hard because then you have to creating underground markets, which was happening with cigarettes. But one of the things that's happened was, I think it was like LD or Foodworks, or probably not Foodworks. Got caught selling alcohol that was like made of like you know, it's got like cleaning product stuff in it. I don't fully know what the story is because, you know, I don't really care, but it's like, yeah, it's like real, it's how cooked the market is. You ever play Mario Kart DS and all cars too, and you've always picked the Mario tank? It's such a waste of lithium. Bates are just like, I don't get them. So I used to work in a bottle shop against my morals, but hey, you know what? It didn't pay that well. But yeah, we started like selling vapes at the store, and by God, whenever I had to restock the vape drawer, I had to open up the cupboard, and like it was a putrid smell. It was awful. I'll just hold my breath and struggle. Those not so sure that cupboards have been unbearable. I hated getting stuff from the cupboards. Because I like their overheads as well, so it's like you had to get the ladder as well. Best part is the cupboard didn't, its support didn't work. So in order to have the cupboard open, you either need to use a hand, which would be tiring, or just place the door on your head. It sucked. Coward shortcut. Okay, where did everything go? Why is my bitrate at 500? Why? 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 Internet, why? For some reason, OBS just decided to randomly disconnect me, and when it reconnected, it's now giving me the garbage bitrate of, like, that usually inflicts the start of the streams, and I've fallen off. Yeah, I'm aware to... What do you mean you're running to keyframe frequencies? Oop. Don't worry, I'm just playing an absolutely awful Rainbow Road. Hey, you know, I don't care, we're already at. Okay, step 1, lower the bitrate to 1000. Why am I still dropping frames? Oh, that's a bit big. Like, what is this? I've literally set the thing to, what, 500? Oh wow, it is so delayed. If it's just going to keep doing this, I'm going to have to end stream. The joys of this godforsaken platform.